is Election Day. Polls will be open 7 to 7. Make sure that you vote tomorrow in Texas. If you're going to do that, you need to take an acceptable photo ID with you. Remember, you can't wear any apparel for or against any candidate or measure currently or formerly on the ballot while within 100 feet of a polling location. Some major players behind making the day run as smoothly as possible are the election workers. KMR Local 4's Princess Bryant sat down with one local election worker that had the opportunity to work multiple elections. That story from your local election headquarters.
During the 2020 election cycle, many election workers were nervous about catching COVID while working the polls. West Texas A&M University political science professor Dr. Dave Rauch says that election cycle is when he decided to be a poll worker.
Just decided that, I'd risk it, and it would be sort of an interesting experience to be there to help people vote and watch people vote and just sort of get their general feedback on the process of voting.
When voting, election workers are one of the first people you see at the polling locations.
Check people in. So when you come in with your photo ID, I'm the one who will put it on that little machine to read the information on the back or look you up on the electronic poll pad. And then, if I'm not doing that, I'll help you by giving you your code number that you need to type in the machine.
Over the course of 4 years, Rauch has been able to witness many elections and see multiple things on the ballot. He speaks more on how this election cycle differs from previous ones.
Propositions probably are the biggest addition, although, like I said, back in 2020, we had some propositions as well, including one about lengthening the terms. Lengthening the terms of the city council. So, and that one failed. And it's just interesting.
Dr. Rauch remembers being younger and going with his parents as they voted and has witnessed the election process change over time.
We had the old little machines where you clicked a little lever down. And then when I went to college, I was actually in a place that had a hole punch type of thing. So you'd put your card in there and you line up your hole punch where you want to, and you punch it and punch it. In Oklahoma, where I voted when I was a graduate student, we connected the arrows.
Dr. Rauch adds, during his time as an election worker, one thing he sees all the time are voters are surprised when they see how much is really on the ballot. He says that during the general election, voters think they are just voting only on the president. But like we have seen during this election cycle, there's a lot more. Live in studio, Princess Bryant, KMR Local 4 News. Andy?
Princess, thank you. For that reason, Dr. Rauch recommends voters to write on a piece of paper notes and how you plan to vote before going into that polling location. If you want to see more about the polling locations, maybe even a sample ballot, plus more election coverage,